Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, hello and welcome. Damn, it's been a long time since I've seen you guys. Or you've seen me, at the very least. Not since Mario Party with Chibi and friends. Um, yeah. I decided that I've... haven't been streaming as much as I've been wanting to. And for those of you who have been paying for my content, which, one, I truly appreciate, but, uh, you know, just kind of sounds weird when you say it like that, but I really appreciate it, and I don't think I've been doing enough, so I'm going to consider this the kind of start to get back into the trend of trying to stream more consistently again, especially since, due to some life, uh, IRL stuff, I'm going to have to take a break for a little bit again at some point to hopefully move. So I will be out of the way there, so but then hopefully I'll be back a little bit more full time. So just to kind of break the mold a little bit, I decided I was going to do something a little bit different today and get my motivation back for streaming. And I'm going to attempt to solo Palace of the Dead. Uh, if you were if you're a part of my Discord and excuse me, you got the message. The main goal for today is to try and get through floor 100 as quickly as possible. So I did a trial attempt over the last few days, and I died, but I wasn't kind of taking it legitly in terms of, I was wanting to test things out, try things, this, that, and the other. And I think I have a better understanding of how things work. So I'm going to attempt to put these into practice and see if I can actually do a legit run and see how far I get. Hi Chibbles, thank you for the resub. And we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna try and set a few things up here. Quickly here before I switch over. And just see how it goes. I was doing pretty good. I learned, and we're gonna see if how well I can pull this off. So I'm gonna break this up into videos because I know as I progress through floors, the floors will get longer and stuff, so it'll be harder to do. So I'm gonna break this up. So every 20 floors, I'm gonna end stream and give it a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna restart the stream as a different part. So this will be segmented and not really whole. So, and again, if you guys are feeling ballsy enough and want to follow along and or play along, you can play along with me by yourself or get some friends. Whatever you feel like doing, or you can just sit here and watch me wallow in misery. It's all good. But this is going to be kind of like a good attempt, trial run, or legit run, and see if maybe I can provide a few tips and tricks about how to get through it based on things that I now know. So, enter Palace of the Dead. Do fixed party. And we're going to start from floor 1, because the other thing about this is that there's a title that is considered probably one of the big flex titles in the game that can only be done if you can complete all 200 floors alone. So, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so the key thing that I do know or remember is, hug the walls. to avoid traps. Yeah, try and pull one at a time. Also, if you can, get yourself some high quality stuff that boost your vitality. Other effects aren't necessary, but if you, I went for spell speed and crit since I'm attempting to do this as Red Mage, so the effects do benefit you in here to some capacity. So the first 50 floors, I'm going to try and go for as much as possible while getting to level 60, getting my max level, and then from there on out, I'm going to be very picky and choosy about what I pull and just try and get through floors as quickly as possible, play the is it worth going for kind of guesstimation, because a lot of these Palmanders and stuff are going to be very beneficial on the later floors, so... But we're going to attempt to see if we can do this as quickly as possible. Because there are some mobs that, like, even if you try and pull them one at a time, the easiest one, it's still going to recommend you have, like, a Palmander of Steel in effect to survive, so, and you can only carry, like, 3 at a time, so, definitely... So, the early floors are the safe floors, so I'm going to try and go for as many kills as possible to get my levels up as quickly as possible. I have, like, just under 200 sustaining potions. I've got 35 echo drops just in case I hit a trap that silences me, and I've got almost 800 max potions for a little extra side healing, so... I'm not completely ill-prepared for this, I'm just not mentally prepared for this, but I really want to actually try and do this. And I want to do it as quickly as I can, so... And Red Mage is one of the better jobs to use, from what I've been told, so... And maybe here in a little bit, if y'all want to chat with me in Discord while I suffer, I will consider opening up Discord. But for the first initial little bit here, I'm just gonna use this as kind of like a little talk and set up some rules kind of thing. Yeah, even on these early floors, like even if I were to hit a trap, as long as it's not a landmine, it won't be that bad. And I'm going to be avoiding any silver chests, since my gear is as capped as it can get, $99.99. And I'm also going to be avoiding brown ones, just because there's a higher chance that they could be a mimic. And I really just don't want to deal with mimics if I can avoid it, so... Well, I could supplement the antidotes with good heals. I just gotta get up to level 54 before I get my heal spell back. And I've got, like, a good portion of my, secondary hotbar taken up with items, and I don't want to, like, completely obliterate it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use a steel. So I can go ahead and pick that up. And I'll take a little less damage while I'm attempting to get up there. Alright, this is a very bad idea, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, you're dead. Hey, LJ! Ah, how you been? I almost didn't recognize it, but then I saw the LJ, and it's just like, holy crap! anything around there? Kind of passage. Doesn't look like there's any enemies. And hopefully this will get me motivated to want to stream a bit more, and I'll get back to some of the other games that I was streaming. I definitely want to get back to Castlevania a little bit soon, as it was a birthday present that I started from Mama Strife last year. And her birthday has rolled around again this year, and I still haven't finished the game, so... I want to get back to Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I got a few other games that I want to get knocked off, and then I have a lot of requests I need to get to. And I know Rain's been itching to request a game, and he's just been very patient. Oh. He's been itching to get me to play, and he's been very patient with requesting it so I can get back and get things done. So, hopefully we'll get back to Castlevania here soon, we'll get back to Dot Hack, we'll get back to Persona 5 Strikers. These are all games that I've got on the backlog, and I definitely want to get back to Wild Arms in the near future. So, just be patient with me, let me get my mojo back, and then, you know, streaming for the fun of streaming rather than a schedule, so to speak, so... And hello everybody, I don't think I actually gave a really good greeting. I hope you are all doing fantastic. See, the case in point with that landmine, if I didn't have that Pomander of Steel on, I think that bat would have killed me on the previous floor. Da, 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 da. Alright, I got my first arrow back, which means I can start getting my white magic up. And yeah, I learned the hard way through a lot of trials and testing stuff that I don't think I was using all of my skills as best as I could have, so now that I've, you know, done a trial and learned, I'm hoping that this run will go a lot differently. Because I was doing my best to not use my enchanted sword skills unless I was contending with like a big bad boss or a big bad enemy, and it's just like those skills deal a lot of damage. It's like, I don't know why I wasn't using the Muser, so I also, you know, took the time to kind of crash course and learn the defensive skills Red Mage has, so... Alright, that's a silver chest. I don't need a silver chest. Alright, we're just gonna come in here and barbecue anything that's in there. Hello! Strife's barbecue service. Oh. Oh, hip preserve's on the menu. Who wants some hip preserve? I don't recommend the cobbling. It's, you know, it's already hard, and just cooking it's gonna make it even harder. Alright, now I got a little bit of safety. I can actually roam around a bit more freely because I can see where traps are! And I can see how big the map is. Okay, so this is our exit room. So, yeah, initially, your best bet is you want to get as many of the gold ones as possible because they give out the Pomanders. So, through the first initial bit of floors, that's going to take the most time. Other than going for full clears of floor, so this way I can get as many of my levels back as possible. Plus the fact that this place does actually give out tomes for poetics and the new stuff. So if you're not wanting to run roulettes or want to get stuff for glamour, this is a good alternative in some ways. Like, the further down you get, the better the payout, but only killing you because I need experience. Okay, there we go. Bye-bye. Toasted. So, how are you today, Chibbles? How are you, LJ? Hello, Rain, and hi, Mama Strife. How is everybody doing? Please, talk with me. Ooh, blinded. Alright. Finally, we get a strength. Strengths are going to be your best friend on the later floors. I think I would actually pay to find out that somebody's actually being as ballsy as me, and they're just like, oh, hey, you're doing it, I'm attempting a solo run too. But nobody is that masochistic. Well, maybe Syntheric, but he finally finished up Endwalker last night, so I don't think he'd be ready to jump back into this. Let alone POTD. Oh yeah, freaking blinded. We'll see what I can pull off. Hornet. I do not want to be blinded while dealing with hornets. At this point, I just want off this floor as quickly as possible. Ooh, treasure room. Okay, you know what? I take that back. We're just gonna murder everything! So, yeah, apparently, like, I remember hearing that Red Mage, Machinist, and I think Scholar was probably the best things to run this with, but apparently, if you know how to time your skills, know how enemies work, this, that, and the other, and can be a little on the patient side, you could run this with any class and solo it. And I guess that's from somebody who's actually done it. I mean, the only scary martyr, like if you're running tank, you got to deal with the scariness of a DPS check. But if you space out and use your commanders correctly, you can run this and solo this with any class you want. So it doesn't have to be a class that you're familiar with. I mean, I just watched somebody do her last couple of floors as a machinist, and she damn near cried on floor 199 when the exit opened up. Never mind, I had to do an update on Twitch on my TV because I couldn't chat with you guys on my TV because I had to scan the QR code. Well, I just did it because you just told me how to, and I thought it wasn't working, but it seems to have picked it up, so maybe I don't need your help. Well, I love you too, Mom. Alright, I'm off the blinded floor, so hornets can suck my left nipply. Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't finish that one, censorship and all that good stuff. Don't want to offend Yeah, alright, fine. Screw the floor. I go where I want. So, now everything I found says, make sure you bring in high quality food, stuff that focuses on vitality, because, you know, in here at level 60, you know, even a 5% boost, since I think the guide that somebody had posted of their tips and tricks for the thing, you know, was before the stat crunch, but even food that's got like a 5% boost to your vitality could give you anywhere from an extra 6 to 1,000 points of HP. That could be a real determining factor between life and death in some areas. So they said secondary skills don't matter, but I figured since I was running a casting class, I went for stuff that increased my spell speed, and I think I went with crit hit, a boost to crit just in case, to hopefully get my spells to possibly crit. I don't know if that particular stat can be affected that way for a caster, but hey, you know, that's just kind of what I did, since, you know, the secondary stats don't necessarily matter on the food. Da-da. Oh, you just went out of sight. Stupid beetle! Booga 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 booga! Alright, so we'll go here first. Clear you out. Intuition. Alright, so I got 3 intuitions. And surprisingly enough, I found out with Rain as my witness on this one that some of the gear and stuff that they drop out of the low tier sacks from the hordes actually sells pretty well on Siren, on my server. The Thavnir gear, it actually sells pretty well. I think I sold a headpiece for over 100k the other day. So, I mean, if you're looking to make a little extra gil, depending on how your server runs, there's a very good chance you can make a little extra here. Afterwards. And that's why we carry those. Alright, so we're up to floor 8, 9? I forget which floor we're on. We're on 9, okay. Well, yeah. You mean I don't have to hug the walls? Why would I ever not want to? They're so wally. I mean, the only way it can get better than that is if you were like to hug a guy. I mean, because at least the guy would be warmer, I would hope. Well, unless he's a corpse, in which at that point, why are you hugging him is not the first question I'm going to ask. my life will get so much easier once I get Fletch, Contra 6, and my ability to heal. Okay. Don't need any more witching, and witching doesn't really do me much good right now. I'll tell you, it was really been insulting last night when I died because I used the witching and I got my face murdered and violated by a bunch of chickens and toads and imps. It was very disconcerting. Yeah, so... Yeah, I ignored one of the key tips from last night. Don't mass pull. I should have just taken a little bit of time and tried to thin that room out. But I think I was in panic mode from the airmen that I had to contend with, so... Alright, so even on solo, this should be just a simple tank and spank, just you know, keep an eye on stuff, so... Just avoid his easily seen AoEs. And I should be fine. And done. And just like that, we're done with the first 10 floors. Only took about 20 or so minutes. Yep, 10 poetics, 20 aphorism, and I'm capped on astronomy, so... Alright, so we'll be just a quick little break here while I go up and grab dinner before I get yelled at, and then we'll be back. We'll do the next 10 floors, then I'm going to end stream, stop for a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back with the next part, which is hopefully going to be floor 21 to 40. So, be right back. And we're back. Alright. Moving on, next set of floors. See, this isn't so horrible. That's only because I haven't gotten to the horrible part yet. Alright, that's exit room, so you know, we'll save that for the end. Oh, there's a 4. I found a 7! Yeah, the reason I did shave is kind of sad and pathetic, but at the same time, I don't care. I blame Nanashi, who made me feel a little insecure when he came in and complaining that he found a single gray hair in his beard. And it's like, and I'm older than him, so you know what, I'm just, yeah, no, before anybody starts poking through mine, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I blame Nanashi for getting rid of my beard. Yeah, they can argue it all they want. That's where I'm placing the blame, that's where it shall stay. You will not convince me otherwise. Some things should just be taken. Just take the L and run. Geez, apparently everybody decides they want to blow up my phone right now. I'm busy! I am trying to be entertaining and not die from panic and stress from a video game, which sounds completely stupid and redundant, but you know what? That's just how it be sometimes. Commander of Flight, good, good. You can keep your bronze chest. There's, hey, look at there you go, Rain. There's proof right there. It'll be forever documented. There's a chest that I did not grab. A chest that Strife did not go for. No, you guys. If you guys want to hear something really messed up, I was looking up, you know, tips, tricks, this and that, and the other thing today for POTD, you know, this, that, and the other. One article caught my eye, and I didn't read too deep into it, so I don't know like how long ago it was, but I haven't even made it that far, and I found somebody that I feel really bad. There was 2 articles on Google that I found. First one was player who was still in their free trial, which, you know, Square has opened up and you can do a lot more. You can actually do all 200 floors of POTD now on a free trial. Completes Palace of the Dead solo while he was still on his week trial. And it's like, okay, you know, overachiever much, you know, fuck you too. But then, like, 1 or 2 articles down from that was, Pot D run ruined by loading time. And I read as much of the article as I could before, you know, the website was like, you know, oh, you know, please accept our cookies, and I don't accept anybody's cookies, man. Apparently they had just made it to floor 200, but they were running short on time, and the loading time in between floors caused their time to run out and killed their run. So they technically did not finish it because the final floor you still have to get to the end of it, which should only take like a minute, but apparently they got there with like a minute and a half or something like that. So technically their time ran out before they can complete it, and they essentially died on floor 200 because they ran out of time. And I'm just like, oh, my heart. I haven't even done that, and my heart goes out to you. It's just like, yeah, you finally get there, and that's the worst part. Anybody who knows anything about Pod D, floor 200, there's no enemies. All you have to do is literally get from point A to point B, which everyone says, you know, depending on whether or not you walk or run, should only take like a minute of your time. And to have your loading screen screw you over so bad that you don't even have time to run to the exit to finish it and have to kill your run, and because it killed the run, they couldn't reload and do the file. So they had to start over from either floor 1 or floor 50. Which, if they want the Necromancer title, they would have had to start over from floor 1. So I'm just like, oh no! Oh, I haven't even made it that far before, and I feel bad for that person. Like, I feel like I was just like kicked in the nuts or something on that. It was so bad. I mean, Rain, you talk about your demoralizing run of, you know, dying on like floor 98. How would you feel if you were on floor 200 and you died because you ran out of time and had to start the whole thing over again if you wanted to do it? I mean, do you talk about demoralizing? Dude, it does not get much more demoralizing than that. To know that nothing killed you except time. Or your loading screen. Your loading screen ate up too much of your time. Yeah, you know, Chibi sacrificed us on, what was it, floor 187? Yeah, Chibi sacrificed us on floor 187, got the Nightmare Pegasus mount, then has it run Pot D since then. Chibi used and abused us. waiting for Chibbles to come in here and being like, "Know what, motherfucker?" And I'm gonna stick with that story until Chibi comes in and attempts to argue that. Chibi sacrificed us to a Chimera on floor 187. Got the Nightmare Pegasus mount from one of the gold trim sacks they had, and then just abandoned Pot D. Hi, Sev. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. You know, Sev and I have been talking because we've been discussing me moving and everything. And he's just like, you know, it's gonna be really weird after 4 years, coming up on 4 years, of just being able to raise my head and look over my laptop and see what you're doing. It's gonna be weird to not be able to do that. I'm actually gonna have to, like, creepy Uncle Sev stalk you again to find out what you're doing. Better dust off your creeper game. Oh god, I'm an idiot. I used a Pomander of Sight, and I'm still hugging the walls afraid of hitting a trap for some reason. Creepy Uncle Sev needs to step out of the closet again. Yes, he does. I mean, especially since they're gonna have data center travel here soon, so all the people you can go Creepy Uncle Sev status on. You know, I don't need to waste a safety. I can see where the traps are. I don't need to worry about it. Oh, hi, Toad. Oh, alright! Wrong game, Toad. Who wants some mushrooms on their pizza? I'll be stalking you more on Twitch, too. Yeah, because that's gonna be you're gonna get the Mama Strife treatment of only being able to see me through camera again. Unless I manage to save up money and come and visit, which God only knows how often that'll actually be able to happen. Yeah, I'll go ahead and refresh my steel. Ayo, I'm gonna refresh my steel. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in touch. I'm gonna stay in touch. I'm gonna send you Christmas gifts and purposely not video call you when you get it so I can't see the look that you're giving me when you get pissed off about it. And besides, you know my mom. Do you honestly think that she's gonna allow me to not keep in touch with you? I forget. Did I? Yes, all the traps. Ah, snake! That's a snaky snake! Commander of Intuition. Okay, yeah, so I have one active. Yeah, see, I made the joke of Sev should actually come out to the east and visit me once. And visit Mama Strife and everyone, but I think the humidity would kill him. Oh, the most you get to see me these days is through a camera, like on Twitch or a video call. It'll go back to being that way with me instead of being able to chat with each other. It's gonna be through like Twitch, through a camera. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing your broken down self, because we just, I mean, let's be honest, you're just going to continue to break down. No, knowing, see, that's going to be the real shitty thing. That's going to be the funniest thing, and at the same time, the demeaning thing. I will leave, and then all of a sudden, he starts getting better. He stops breaking. Just like, oh, so are you saying that I was a source of bad luck for him for the last 4 years? I have no luck, okay? You've seen my luck. Yeah, my luck is, you know, hey, congratulations, you just won $100 scratching a lottery ticket. The follow-up to that is probably something along the lines of your car broke down, or you just rear-ended somebody. No, knowing my luck, it'll be, hey, literally, knowing how my luck is, it will be something along the lines of, hey, you just won like $300 on a scratch ticket. And it's like, yeah, step outside, break my fucking ankle, have to go to the doctor, and the bill's $300. No, knowing my luck, it'd be like $400, so I just gotta come up with $100 out of pocket. That's my luck. I must hurry. Severn is calling me. There is a whore on the floor. Save me! Save the precious cat boy! Alright, fine, I'll go save Graha. Look, it's either you or Graha. Ah, there you are. You're in the back. A witching. I don't need a witching. What about a witcher? Stay out of this, girl. It's not your game, not your time. Well, I mean, if you ask him really nicely, maybe he can be your Superman. He can't be your Superman, your Superman, your Superman. Since that's who they got to play, girl. What? You might be able to work that out. I found a Sev. I still don't understand why they had to go and lock him in a box and then bury him. It's my Sev in a box. Go figure. I find Sev, move on to the next floor. First thing, I make that horrible, horrible pun. First fucking chest I open, Commander of Lust. It's getting musty in here. And look at all the marbles. This is Sev's favorite floor of POTD. I mean, with all the pictures he's drawn involving tentacles, this has got to be his favorite room. How do we know? Just because they're off screen doesn't necessarily mean they're not connected to marbles. None of your art is green! You draw a lot of black and white stuff for the most part, so I mean, hey. Oh, he is a pirate! So he put himself in a chest and buried himself. Either that or... No, actually what I'd like to think kind of happened, like in our screwed up roleplay is, you know, Sev spent all these years avoiding marbles after getting intentionally eaten by one, and then he comes into POTD and somehow he loses and gets eaten by a mimic but doesn't die and just takes over the chest and he's stuck inside. So every time we find him in as a whore, that should be the staple. Oh, Sev lost another fight with a mimic. Can we canonize that somehow? It had teeth and a tongue and it tried to eat me. Hi, Marble. Yeah, I like steel. You can just call me the man of steel. Haha. Yeah, how far down does that go? Why do you gotta make everything Kirby like? I will feed you to a marble. I will hand deliver you to him. Just Kai Sev up on like an old school like barbecue stick like back in like Looney Tunes days and just leave him there in front of the marble. And like, don't breathe on us and he's yours. I thought you were my friend. I'm only your friend for a minute. You lied to me. Well, to be fair, I said we would get through. We usually implies to more than one person, so I never had to specify how many people would make it through. That's pretty fucked up. LOL. I mean, yes, I will fully agree that's fucked up, but you know it to be funny too. You're not wrong, but at the same time, I don't want to like fully agree. I mean, yeah, Rain will probably be on the fence of the idea of like Looney Tunes style tying you up to like a barbecue spit and just carrying you around that way would be funny. The leaving you for the marble, not so funny. That's how he absolves himself. I know I shouldn't find it funny, but you're right. No, that's what we'll do. That's therapy. That's therapy for Sev. That's what we'll do. No, that's what it'll be. So for Sev, what we'll do is we'll tie him to a spick and put him in front of a marble that can't reach him. So he has no chance of being eaten, but he can't go anywhere. So all he can do is sit there and look at the marble. Hmm? Yes, but at least you're not being eaten. Okay. So this is where the potions are going to come in handy. That mouth, Sev. The mouth. That's from Rain, so you know he's enjoying this. Why do you guys hate me? We don't hate you, we love you. Love to torture you. Oh, we're already on floor 19. Okay, I'll take that. This is where I start getting worried of when I'm going to encounter my first mimic. Oh. The most inopportune time to freaking hit a lure trap. Owie! And up. All right. Alright, so as promised, like I said, I'm going to keep these kind of short. My goal is to get to 100, but I'm going to break these up into segments, otherwise these videos could drag on a little bit long. So, we'll be back here in probably about, let's say about 10 minutes for part 2 of my solo POTD run. See you guys in a minute.